In this video, I'm going to explain to you why I failed as a financial advisor until I realized this one thing. And for reference, I am a financial advisor. I run Hemmings Financial Solutions. In the last 4 months, we've signed 30 high value clients off the back of Instagram. And in this channel, I share what our strategy is, how we do it, and hopefully helping you generate more leads for your business. This is for financial advisors, mortgage brokers, protection advisors, anything to do with the finance side of things if you need. And so, as I said, I failed as a financial advisor until I realized this. And the big thing with financial advisors, mortgage advisors, protection advisors, leads and generating interest in what you do is the lifeblood, is the most important aspect of your business. And without a constant stream of leads, your business is really going to struggle, whether it's at the moment you haven't got enough leads or in 6 months time you're not going to have enough leads. The moment you don't have enough leads is the moment that your business really struggles. And it's the hardest part of the business, is generating leads and generating that interest. And I think it's not until you have a quiet patch or you have your calendar and it's completely empty that you suddenly realize that the most important aspect is being able to generate those leads. And this is why we use Instagram to generate all our leads, because Instagram is the best platform to generate a shed loads of leads. There's so many different things you can do with Instagram in order to generate leads, but the most important thing is having a strategy and having a proven strategy. So I'm going to talk you through what we do to be able to generate constant leads for our business. And it all comes down to that strategy. So the main part of our strategy is that we always want to be front of mind for anyone who's thinking about finance related stuff. We want to be front of mind. And how we get to be front of mind is by posting and constantly posting content, reminding people that we're an authoritative figure, that we understand the problems that they're going through and that we have the solutions for them. And so whether they're having those problems right now or they're going to have those problems, we have a specific niche of people that we help. And we understand the problems that they're either going through now or they will go through. And so we then constantly post content, reminding them about those problems and reminding them of the solutions that they can use to solve those problems. Now, out of 100 people that see your content, 99% of them aren't at the point that they can actually utilize your services. That is not relevant, because we know that if 100 people are within our target niche and we're posting about their problems and then we're providing solutions, at some point they are going to need our solution. And then at that point, we want to be front of mind so that they book in with us to book a call so that we can then solve their solution, so we can then solve their problem. Now, being front of mind, we do this by, as I say, posting content. And so everything evolves around posting content and getting traffic to our page and to our Instagram and ultimately to our brand. So I'm just going to talk you through how we do this. So as you can see here, this is the type of content that we post. It's all or very much related to face style talking videos. We do this so that they can get to know us. They know what we look like, they know what we do, they understand how we talk, they understand how we explain things. And ultimately, the people who resonate with how we explain things are the people we want to work with. And so we don't shy away from trying to change the way we explain things. I just explain it how I see it, and I just explain it how I am. The people who don't like that won't follow us and won't look at our content and will never become a client, and we're not bothered by that. But it's the people who do resonate with the way that we explain things and the way that we come across that will end up working with us. And so I would never shy away or never try to copy what other people do in terms of their content, because it's not authentic to how you would explain it. So I would explain things exactly how you would explain it to your mum and dad or explain it to your friends, then just put that into a content and be yourself and come across yourself. So the whole idea is that they get to know us because we're actually talking to the camera. We want them to like us. As I said, some people will like us and some people won't, but by being authentic and by conveying things the way that you actually convey things, some people will actually like you. You only need a small selection of people to actually know and like you, who then can become clients. The last side of things is trust. We build trust through providing good information, by turning up every day, and by actually getting in front of camera as well and by talking, because you build trust through having conversations with people. One of the ways of having a conversation is by talking to the camera. They feel like they're having a conversation. You may feel like you're having a conversation with me now when I'm talking to the camera. So all of this is to get know, like, and trust, right? And it's also to provide really good information, as I mentioned here, and to solving those pains and problems that they have. And with this, we'll be front of mind for them. So you can see here in terms of that actual traffic, as I said, the traffic is the important part. So this is the actual views that we're getting. We've got 1.1 mil, we've got 20,000, we've got 134,000. That is then the traffic, and that is us being front of mind with those people. We'll post this every single day. So we'll post content every single day, pretty much, roughly every single day. So that's sort of like the front end, the top of the funnel, if you were to imagine a funnel, is posting that content. This is some of the numbers. So we got in the last like 3 months, we got 1.8 million people. We get all of our, majority of our reach comes from Reels. As I said, face talking content is the best way of doing that. You can start posting like normal posts and stories, and they can be quite effective, but to generate interest and to like build a following, you don't want to be doing that. Posts will go out to your already followers. So we should probably start posting more now at this point, because we've got about 95,000 followers. So we should post more and nurture the existing followers. But most of our strategy is all around the real side of things. And you can see from that how much reach we get. So again, this just sort of shows the actual traffic that we're getting. In terms of followers, we grow about 1,000 followers a week. You can see, and this is just to sort of show, one thing is the United Kingdom, it's 94%. We're very specific with our content to target UK people, because we can only advise UK people. If you're based in the US, you want to target and be very specific with US-based financial advice or financial information. If you're based in Australia, wherever it is, be very specific, so that I see accounts where this is really mixed. And so they'll have like 20% in the UK, 20% in India, 50% in the US. But if you can only advise in the UK, 20% is rubbish. And that's because your content isn't specific enough to the region that you can actually advise on. If you can advise all across the world, then by all means be broad, and then your audience is going to be broader. The other side of things that I wanted to mention for this was, it's never going to look like this, right? It's always going to be like good content comes out and it's going to be very up and down. And I went through a massive stage where like content was just like this, and it was really on the low numbers down here. And that's just part of it. That's about having an actual strategy and understanding what content does well and what content doesn't do well, and then just repeating the content that does well. But even at that point, you're going to have big spikes and you're going to have like low periods as well, which is completely normal. And so all of that traffic, the aim is to drive them to our homepage on our Instagram. So you can see here the amount of followers we have. This is set up in a very specific way in order to generate as much leads as possible. And so there's a few things with this. One is, in terms of this, is searchable. So it's really important that you have what you do in this, because it's searchable. So when someone searches into Instagram, if they type in financial advisor, we can come up. If they type in wealth manager, we can come up. And if they type in our actual business name, we can come up. So this is searchable. That's really important. People will often repeat what they've already got as their name in their bio. So this part is the bio. Such a waste. You only have a certain amount of characters. We tell people how we can help, what we do, and who we can help. And then we have a call to action to book here. And that is so they can actually become a lead, right? We then have that follow button down here if they want to follow. So that's set up specifically because we want to drive more leads and more booked calls into this link. So everything we say in here is built to generate leads and booked calls. The follow button is obviously just the follow button. This just shows what we've got in terms of accounts reach in the last 30 days. So that is it in a nutshell. If you found that interesting, make sure you subscribe. We'll post every single week what we're doing. Have a look at some of the links below.